Hey guys, welcome back to the Cool Classic Kid Show, and today we're talking about policing mods. And guess what? If you guys have been on, subscribed to the channel for a long time, I actually talked about a very similar situation just a year ago, and that video is right here. And basically it was about Nexus mods essentially taking down, censoring mods that basically made gay pride flags in Marvel Spider-Man on PC into American flags. And I was adherently against this, specifically because, well, it's a single-player game in which a player on PC should have the right to experience the game any which way they would like to. And replacing gay pride flags with American flags is not inherently good or bad. It is just a preference. It's just a visual choice. And Nexus mod should not have stepped in. It was policing a mod. It was essentially, it was censorship. It falls into everything that's wrong with modern day gaming. But Nexus mods is apparently doing it again because they don't know when to stop. Nexus mods has proven that they very much are an ideologically driven website. And it's a shame because Nexus mods is amazing when it comes to being able to mod your game. They're one of the most important to gaming, at least if you're on PC and you enjoy doing whatever the heck you want with your games. But apparently Nexus mods is saying, no, you actually can't. We're going to make sure that you can't. Because apparently Nexus mods is reportedly banning STARFIELD mods that remove pronouns. And guys, look. People were literally just saying, what's the big deal? It's pronouns. And for the most part, I was pretty much in that camp. You know, to me, it's like, it's whatever. If I wasn't told prior to playing STARFIELD that, oh, you get to choose your pronouns in the game, I probably would have skipped over it. That's how subtle it is presented and how much it doesn't really make a difference in my personal time playing the game. But this goes to show that this is very much ideological. And let's be blunt. When it comes to pronouns being introduced in STARFIELD, it is a social ideological choice. It is ideologically driven. We haven't had, and just the proof of that is just the fact, look at previous Bethesda open world RPGs. They didn't give you the choice of pronouns. It's just modern day social political ideology pushing Bethesda to include pronouns in their games. And while I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world, it is in fact ideologically, politically, particularly social politically driven by a minority. The people that push this nonsense are indeed the minority. But unfortunately, due to all these companies happening to cave to this minority, because most people, matter of fact, don't care, it's unfortunate because it really does harm all of us. And I'm still of the camp, it's not really a big deal, it's just pronouns. So why is it suddenly a big deal that people are modding the pronouns out? And this is the problem with Nexus mods. They do take political stances, and that's always a bad thing when it comes to video games, sadly. But yes, Nexus mods are reportedly banning STARFIELD mods that remove pronouns. And from Niche Gamer, pronouns in STARFIELD are so much of a not big deal that Nexus mods is now allegedly banning any mod that remove them from the game. And this is where I have to step up and take a stance, because I do not support this in any way, shape, or form. I stand against this bullshit. STARFIELD is a single-player RPG game. People have, with every single-player Bethesda open world RPG game, people have modded it to their heart's content, and this should not be any different Nexus mods. Twitter users were drawing attention to some threads in the STARFIELD Steam forums revealing that Nexus mods supposedly announced they will ban any mods that remove the pronoun feature. And I knew this was coming, guys. I knew it was coming because this is just how Nexus mods has consistently been. And apparently from Archcast on Twitter, they said in here, is the true problem with the pronouns in Starfield. I don't care if you can be he, she, they, them, or your/majesty, but I do care about the fact it is a political tool used to enforce obedience, and if you disobey, you get whacked. And they posted Nexus Mods announces to ban pronoun removal mods. We won. And yeah, this is unfortunately, like I said, ideologically driven. They said that's right, Nexus will be removing any mods that aim to remove pronouns from the game, and that's a great move, to be honest, and you can go fuck yourself. The fact that you actually want to take privileges away from a user in a single-player game that does not affect you in any way, shape, or form, you are a POS. And here we also have on Starfield's Steam page, Nexus Mods website update. They have made an official announcement that they will stand against, of course, it's a istphobe, blah, 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 stand against transphobia, bigotry, and their platform has no room for hate. Any mods that promote this will be removed. We are winning. Starfield is groundbreaking in so many ways, socially, culturally, and economically, and these are losers that aren't even into games for the games. They're there to push their political nonsense. And it's sad that this is the case. Once again, they're saying that if you are not in support of the pronouns, then you are evil, which is absolutely insane. But this is the stance that they take because they are the insane other side. And this is what we're dealing with, guys. And I try to point out both insane sides. And that's why I'm apparently the bad guy. And he said, sorry, I was so excited to post this that I forgot the meat of it all. They will not be supporting any mods that remove pronouns. Yeah, so people are tweeting about this, but I haven't really seen Nexus mods like come out themselves. And here we go on tirades of, fighting transphobia by making sure people can't mod their game the way that they want to. And Niche Gamer goes on to say, there doesn't appear to be any official announcement on the Nexus Mods website or Twitter account about the matter. But one Twitter user shared a message they got from Nexus Mod support. It is possible the message could be fake. So guys, who knows if this actually is in direct relation to the a potential pronoun removal, a mod that removed pronouns. Who knows if it was for that or for something else? Can't say for sure, but the Nexus Mod support tweet says, we reserve the right to host or not host whatever content we want on our own site. We do not want to host mods that remove diversity from a video game. If that upsets you enough that you no longer want to use our site, then quite frankly, your presence here will not be missed. I invite you to use your account settings page, delete account feature. Have a great day, Mike, Nexus Mod support. Yeah, I have to feel like this is fake, but at the same time, this is how Nexus Mods has proven to be in the past. They have literally said things such as, if you don't like it, too bad, delete your account. So this is so on the nose that I want to think that it's fake, but I do also know how Nexus Mods is with their political ideology bullshit. So I don't know if it's real or if it's fake or what. It wouldn't surprise me if it's real, but it also feels so on the nose that it could also be fake as well. We'll have to wait and see, man. We will have to wait and see. And they said a feedback thread on the Nexus Mods website also had a staff member claiming that the banning of mods that remove pronouns from the game is allegedly not happening. So they say don't ban people modding out LGBT propaganda from Starfield like Nexus did with Spider-Man. It's simple. People are allowed preferences, and if we prefer to mod out unnecessary bullshit from a game, that's our prerogative, and not up to Nexus management to decide what people can and cannot do with their own property. This has been covered many times before and isn't something we're talking about or working on right now. And you know what? Like, just getting into the basis of this, like when it comes to what Nexus Mods has the right to and to do and what not to do, it's one of those things where I agree that they should be able to remove certain mods. Because sometimes some people will put some things in a game that is indeed questionable. I mean, say for example, someone mods into a game someone's phone number for doxing purposes. Like ideally, you would want Nexus mods to be able to take that down. So there should be the ability to take down certain mods, right? But for this is specifically social politically oriented. This is Nexus mods taking a political side if they're actually doing this. However, a webmaster of Nexus mods made it clear their stance on mod banning, even if they didn't address the matter directly. And this does this have a date? Not an official date, but it says yesterday. They said our policy on the sort of content is laid out in this news post, specifically paragraph 3. Whether you continue to use our site based on this policy is entirely up to you. However, pay particular attention to the second to last paragraph and the last paragraph in the news post. The same applies here. So like they do use this language. You don't have to use our site. And if you're about this, they literally come off that way. The news post the webmaster linked to, which was from Spider-Man game Pride Flag mod debacle. And let's see where we're at here. Second to last paragraph and last paragraph in a news post. Okay. So they say, we don't want to, and we don't argue with you. We've now explained our stance and we won't be providing a platform for you to distort our position in order to feed an irrational and paranoid narrative. You can do that elsewhere where we won't care enough to read it. If this policy upsets you, if we've broken some moral code of conduct as a business and you can't accept, then please delete your account, bottom option, and move on as we will. And like I said, this is how Nexus mods is. They are some sick pieces of shit. Nexus mods is no stranger to having a biased political agenda, as they banned an alternative costume mod because the character it was affecting was underaged, quote-unquote underage, despite the lack of evidence claiming this. A mod that turned a black character into Baldur's Gate 3 white was also removed from the corrupt site. The site also banned a mod that changed all the LGBT flags into American flags in a certain Spider-Man game, while one that transformed all flags into LGBT flags was worshipped. Yes, they have blatantly taken these stances. The policing of people's politics on such websites is sadly not uncommon, as the gender propaganda and woke corruption of the West has permeated throughout the entire entertainment industry. And look, man, if there's more to update here, I will update, guys, but it would not at all. I knew this was going to happen. Like immediately the first thing I said is, yeah, with this whole, big stink surrounding Starfield, someone is going to mod the pronouns out of the game, which I completely support, because some people don't believe in that ideological bullshit, and they should have the right to be able to download that mod. But then I also know how Nexus mods is, and they're going to strike down the mod because that is the piece of shit website that they are. They are very much politically driven. There's absolutely nothing wrong with modding the pronouns out of the game. Just like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to cry about the pronouns being in the game. But hey, I wouldn't mind modding out the pronouns personally. I have not yet to do so. Matter of fact, I haven't really modded the game thus far, but I do intend to throw in mods. And hey, if it's there and it's easy to just throw that bitch on, why the heck not? But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this. It's good to definitely bring this up because it's important. Because as much as people were saying, well, they're just pronouns, well, we're just trying to mod them out of the game. What's the big deal, bitch? But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. And guys, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.